time to make the bread. Hello. So I got my mixing bowl. I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. 1 teaspoon of sugar. I use brown sugar. And half of 1 2/3 cups of lukewarm water, being careful not to make it too hot to deactivate the yeast. Now I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes till it gets foamy. Voila, nice and foamy, just like how we want it. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of honey, I'm going to make sure I get every drop of honey. Now 1 teaspoon of salt. Oh, sorry, I'm going to add the rest of the water. One teaspoon of salt, which I use the Celtic sea salt. And 1.5 tablespoons of butter at room temperature. And I use non-dairy butter. I'm adding the dough hook to my mixer. And now I'm going to add the flour. So I'm not going to add it all at once. I'm going to slowly add and be sure to mix as I'm adding the flour. A little bit at a time. And I'm going to mix at the slowest speed. I'm just going to save y'all and speed up this video a little bit. So as I slowly add the flour and mix, I'm also going to scrape down the sides of the bowls and the dough hook to make sure everything is well incorporated. I find this so relaxing. So now to the bowl that had flour in, I'm going to grease it. I use olive oil. And added the dough to the bowl. Then I'm going to cover with plastic wrap to let it sit until it doubles in size. Now you can also use a teacup or a kitchen. Now it's time to wait. Okay, it has doubled. I'm going to flour my surface. Make sure I flour it really well because it can get a little sticky. It is a sticky kind of dough. Making sure I get every bit of my dough. And I don't think I mentioned I did use all-purpose unbleached flour. Sometimes I use 1 cup of wheat too and mix it. So I'm just going to knead it just for a little bit, just so that the dough is coated with the flour. And while I'm doing this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now I'm flattening out the dough and I'm going to roll it up and put it into my greased loaf pan. The oven is already set at 350 degrees. Voila. I'm going to let it sit until it slightly reaches over the side of the rim, like so, and add it to the oven for about 35 minutes. And there you go. Thank you for watching. Shalom.